Hello lovely people and welcome back to Wow Crochet. Today's tutorial we'll be doing a little swatch on how to do this beautiful little ribbed effect. This is the effect you use when you're making cuffs for jumpers or when you're making the bottom parts of a jumper, okay? The ribbing on the bottom part of the jumper, or if you just want to make a scarf, making it this big, obviously not that small. If you want to make pillow covering, you want to make a blanket, whatever you want, you can use this stitch. It is very basic, okay? And I think we should get started, okay? For the purpose of the tutorial, I will be using Crochet 8 ply 95 meters. If you are going to make what you just saw, that one there is going to be used for a beanie. So it'll be the base part of the beanie. You will only need, if it's for a newborn, you'll only need the one ball, the one skein of this yarn, okay? Now, let's get a close-up so you all can see. Ooh, there it is. That's your colour, that's your dye lot, and you need to use, for this 8 ply, you need to use a 4mm hook, or if you're doing knitting, it's 4mm hook, needle, sorry. Don't forget the washing instructions, people, okay? Let's get started. All right, now, okay. You only need to know how to do two things with this: a slip stitch, a single crochet, and pretty much that's it. And of course, it all has to go through the back loops to make that ridged effect. So, just a quick slip knot. If you're not sure how to do it, please visit my tutorials, a few tutorials away. Okay, now I'm going to, just for the purpose of the tutorial, chain 6. No, we'll make it 8. And that's the normal number for something like that, okay? So we'll do the 8. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, now with this you normally do a single crochet across, and nothing's different in this part. So just do your single crochets right across, all the way across. Don't forget, lovely people, please visit my Etsy, my madeit.com.au stores. Those links are in the details below, okay? All right, so we've made it across, okay? Now, you chain 1, oops, I let that thread get in the way, chain 1, turn, whichever way you like to turn, just keep it consistent, okay? When doing ribbing, I do like to have a straight edge row on each side. So at the first stitch, I will do a normal single crochet. In actual fact, that's good because it'll show you exactly where I'm going to do your back loop. So it's your single. Now we're going to start the pattern. Okay. Pattern is, you don't put it through your normal 2 loops like you would to do a normal one. You put it in that back loop right there. I'll show you again. So you're going to do, whoops, if I can get some thread. Sorry about that. Okay, so single crochet in that back loop. Bit fiddly the first row. It's only because your piece of work is small. So back loop only, single crochet, and you can actually start to see that front loop right there. See it sitting there? The front loop is sitting there. If you can't see that, then you've done it wrong. Okay, but just keep going in the back loops till you get to the second last loop, or second last stitch I should say. That's your back loop again there. Now again, like I said, the first stitch I like to put it in both loops. The same I will do for that last stitch. And later you'll know, once you're ready to, oh, it's splitting this yarn. It's not a very good yarn. I've been using it too much for tutorials. Okay, so you'll notice once you're done, it doesn't look that fantastic there. But once you start making this, you see that straight edge, and that's because I've put them in both loops on the end, and I've put them in the back loops only for the rest of the row. So let's do one more so I can show you the back loop only again. Chain 1, turn, through the first 2 loops on the first stitch, okay? But in the back loop for the rest of the stitches. We're doing our single crochet, back loop for the rest of the stitches. Single crochet, back loop for the rest of the stitches. Okay? All right. What I want you to do, when we get to the end of this row here, I want you to do, say, I don't know, 10 rows. Well, we'll say 5 rows. It'll be a lot quicker if we do 5 rows. So do 5 rows and meet me back, and I'll show you how to join it. Okay? Okay, so we've done our 5 rows, and this is what we've come up with. And if you look carefully, you can already start to see the little ridged effect that it is forming, which is what you would need for your ribbing. Now I'm thinking 8 stitches, only because I've used a 5.5 hook. It's really wide for a rib. Now let's pretend we are making this ribbing for a newborn baby's, I don't know, let's say the sleeve. All right, let's do 1 more row. We're chaining 1, we're turning, single crochet in those 2 loops there, and then single crochet in the back loops until we get to our last stitch. So let's keep going. And what I'm going to do is show you how to close up your ribbing for a cuff for baby's wrist, so to speak. Okay, and then you've got your single crochet in that last loop. Now don't chain stitch yet. Actually no, chain stitch, because it helps you to form that little loop. So you probably might want to make this a little bigger, okay, but let's just say that's how small it's going to be. It's not going to be, you probably need another 10 rows. But we're going to single crochet in the normal loop, through both thicknesses, okay? So what we're doing is we are closing up the cuff. So we're making the little cuff for baby's wrist, okay? It's a little bit fiddly in that second side because that's our chained side. But this side here is easier. All right, so notice how it really looks lovely. And once you've done it all, both sides together like that, you could start doing the top part of the arm, which I will show you in one moment. Almost there. Sorry about this, a little bit fiddly with this. We should have made it a lot thicker. Like maybe you could stop what you're doing, go away, do 10 rows and then come back to us, okay? But let's say for argument's sake, it's really tiny for baby's hand. Let's say it's a lot thicker. Now, when you're starting your first row, you chain 1, turn your little hand inside out, and there you've got it. Okay, so you can't see where it started and where it finished. Okay, so now you crochet around this, whether it's single crochet, doubles or whatever. Let's push that through, let's pretend it's that side. You crochet around that, single, double, whatever you use to make your pattern, and it goes up that way. So that's the wrist, and all the way up here is the arm, okay? And that is pretty much how you would do, in fact, I'll show you this one. It would be stuck together like that, okay? And you would be crocheting your, whatever pattern you're using, around and around and around, okay? Pretty basic, pretty easy. If you like the tutorial, click like. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click that little bell button so you can get all of my future tutorials. Happy crocheting to you. Ciao for now.